Desmond. I welcome you to Speak English with Des. If you came across this statement, we expect Lord and order in this class, which of these questions would you ask? Isn't it? Or do we? Or how would you respond to that? Would you say, yes, it isn't, or no, we don't expect Lord and other in this class? Neither of the questions nor the responses is correct. A lot of people find it troublesome to ask the right questions. Some can do this well without knowing the rules behind the formation of tag questions. In this video, we are going to consider 3 basic things that you must know in order to ask the right tag questions or answer tag questions correctly. First, we are going to look at 2 basic rules on how to form tag questions after statements. Second, we are going to look at how to form tag questions correctly. And the third one, we are going to look at how to respond accordingly. At the end of this video, I have structured a quiz to test your understanding of the formation of tag questions, statements, and their responses. And I'll be leaving the link on the first comment of this video. So you go through it, do the quiz, and give us a feedback of your score. Okay, so are you ready? Let's go. A tag question is a short question that is used at the end of a statement to get a confirmation or invite an agreement or even a disagreement. For example, you can do this, can't you? You can do this, can't you? Statement, you can do this. The tag, can't you? Now, what then are the basic rules for the formation of tag questions? Rule number 1. A positive statement requires a negative tag. The negative tag then takes a positive response if the listener confirms or agrees with the statement. There is a simple formula I want you to master. PS plus NT equals PR in confirmation or agreement. PS is the positive statement. NT is the negative tag, and PR is the positive response. Now, let's have examples. You can do this, can't you? Yes, I can. Statement, you can do this. Tag, can't you? Response, yes, I can. Now, rule number 2 is the opposite of rule number 1. In other words, a negative statement would require a positive tag, and then the positive tag would take a negative response if the listener also confirms or agrees. Now, we are going to have the same formula, but in the opposite. So we have NS plus PT equals NR in confirmation or agreement. Now, we are going to use the same structures we used for the first rule. So we say, you can't do this, can you? No, I can't. We don't expect Lord and other in this class. Do we? No, we don't. She hasn't finished. Has she? No, she hasn't. My response was so because I confirm, I disagree with the statement. It shows that the statement is true and I simply had to confirm it or just agree with it. But is this always true? As long as the listener wants to agree with the statement, you always have this predictable structure. Now hear this. English rules are very flexible. That means several rules have exceptions. And the basic rules you've learned here also have exceptions. But these 2 rules in the formation of tag questions are very important and you need to master them. How then do we form tag questions? The tag question must match the auxiliary verb that is used in the statement. For example, the statement, she is here, the tag, isn't she? The statement, she isn't here. The tag, is she? We are ready, aren't we? We aren't ready, are we? The tag question must always agree with the kind of auxiliary verb that is used in the statement. But what if there is no auxiliary verb in the statement? What happens? If there is no auxiliary verb in the statement, especially in simple present or simple past, we use the primary auxiliary verbs do, does, or did in forming the tag question. He plays football. He plays football. He plays football. There is no auxiliary verb in the statement. He plays football. What we have there is a main verb, plays. In this case, we're going to use a do verb that agrees with the tense form of the statement. We are going to use does because the word plays is a simple present tense form. So, a tag question is going to be, doesn't he? He plays football. Doesn't he? You went there. I saw you. You went there. You went there. The word went is a simple past tense form of the word go. For this reason, the selection of the auxiliary verb for our tag question is going to be did. Okay, so we say, you went there. Didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you? How do we respond accordingly? That's the third thing. We have established that the response is based on the kind of statement and also if the listener merely agrees or confirms with the statement. This means if the statement is negative, the listener has to respond in the negative. Likewise, if the statement is positive, the listener has to respond in the positive. Okay, and for the negative sentence, in this case, we are going to use the word not. Not is a negative marker, and whenever it's added to a statement, it turns it to its opposite. Correct. Examples. Statements. She is here. It is a positive statement. So the response is going to agree with it. So if I say, isn't she? The response has to agree. So I say, yes, she is. Yes, she is. But if I say, she isn't here, she isn't here, then I'm going to ask, is she? Is she? And the response goes back to the statement. No, she isn't. No, she isn't. They are ready. They are ready. Aren't they? The response goes back to the statement. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. If I say, they aren't ready. They aren't ready. Are they? No, they aren't. No, they aren't. It always goes back to the statement. But do not continue with the statement after the response. Do not say this. She is eating her breakfast, isn't she? Yes, she is eating her breakfast. That's wrong. Do not continue with the statement after the response. You just end it with the response, yes, she is. Yes, she is. Not yes, she's eating her breakfast. Alright, now we simplify the concept of tag questions with a simple digestible formula for each of the two basic rules. So we said PS plus NT equals PR, or NS plus PT equals NR. But the question is this always so? No, 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 no. It works most of the time, especially if you are answering based on a confirmation or agreement. If you just want to confirm or agree with what the statement says, then these basic rules always work. In some cases, the response of the listener can be based on their reality and not on the statement. A listener can respond based on truth, on what is obtainable, on what is real rather than what the statement says or the kind of statement. This is an example. You are tired. You are tired. Aren't you? Aren't you? You can choose to say, yes I am, and no I'm not. Same statement, same tag, but different responses according to the reality of the listener. That brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it, and also go to the first comment and follow the link to do the quiz. I expect your feedback. Tell us your score. Also, if you have an area you want us to talk about, put it in the comments. I'll see you in our next video. Goodbye.